All right, this is the quickest intro to the MPC possible. This is the MPC Live 3. This is for my Patreon student, Daniel. I think I will be posting this to the YouTube channel. Show you guys how I get started real quick, no cuts. Right now I'm on battery. So when you're on battery, you got to hold this down. I'm going to create a new project. New project right here. It's got the trap kit pulled out, but I don't want the trap kit. So I'm actually going to create a new track here. We're going to create a drum track. Boom. Let me try to focus on the screen a little bit for this first part. Zoom in. There we go. All right, hopefully I can give it some contrast later so you can see better. Now, I'm gonna make this smaller by just touching up here, and I'm gonna hit where it says browse. And now I'm gonna go into places. I'm gonna select my 1 terabyte drive here. This is where I have all my samples. I'm gonna go into, let's see, where is it? Samples for MPC. Lindrum. All right, so let me zoom out. Now I'm gonna select this first kick here. I'll use a Lindrum for this. Select the kick. Now the kick is on that first pad. We're gonna go through the same thing. I might speed this one up in the editing. Select the second pad by hitting it. See, now it's green. Hit the snare. So now I like to put my open hat on this one. So let's go find the open hat. Or I'm sorry, the closed hat. Now we're gonna put the open hat on that one. So we got put a cabasa right here. There we go. Now let's get some toms real quick. So for toms, I'll go from high to low. So now we got all right, now I'm gonna hit main. We hit main. I will go up here. Let's zoom in again. Zoom in, turn. Okay, your metronome is right here. I'm gonna hit it, turn it on. Hit play, start here. Cool, I'll keep it at 128 BPM. We got 2 bars. I hit record to arm it. Let me zoom out. I hit play start here when I want us to count in and then start playing. So all right, there we go. We got our drums. I can turn the metronome off now. And I'm gonna go here. Well, first, let me go delete the first track. So I select the track here, roll it back, and I'm gonna open this up again. There's a little, if I zoom in here, there is a little setting sign. I go down here and I will delete the track because I don't want that trap kit. That trap kit is the bane of my existence right now. I know you can set which it opens up, so we got that. I go to new track here. I'm going to create a plugin track, and I want a bass plugin. So I hit here. We're going to go to baseline. Do I have that? I do have that. So up here is your A, B, C buttons. And that's just going to tell you which bank you're in. So too high, I'm in bank C. I'm going to select bank A, B. All right, good. I'll zoom back out. So right here, I can select how the pads behave. And you can see I'm in C major. So that means these red ones are C. And it's just in chromatic right now. I like to work in minor usually for the type of stuff that I make, but right now we don't really care. Just gonna make something real simple. All right, I've got to actually select a better patch. So I hit main and I want it down there, so let's go ahead and do it. Again, record arm. Okay, so what I need to do now is put a little bit of effects on it. So you see I've opened up the track, and let me zoom in again. Let me hold this down so it selects on it. And basically my effects slots are all here. You have your level here, so I can solo it. I got effects there. I'm gonna put an EQ on it, so I select the EQ there. I like to use Air Kill EQ. I open it up here, cut off the low. Hit my Q-Link button to select over to this side. Now my highs, select my mids. I'm gonna bump up the mids. See how that makes it pump through a little bit. Turn up my lows as well. Let me select over again. There we go, my low frequencies changed. A little too much growl, so I'll drop the mids down a bit. Now I'm gonna add some compression. Dynamics here. For this type of sound, I'm gonna use a vintage compressor. Select through some patches, here we go. Bump up the ratio. I'm sorry, that was the knee. Faster. All right, let's take that off. So got that bass line. I'm gonna show you how to add a guitar to this next. Let me go grab a guitar. I have my guitar. I'm gonna zoom back out because I want to show you that I'm plugging my guitar directly in. And this is gonna affect the way that you handle this. All right, so I'm gonna lay down a C and an E minor, but the first thing I need to do is create a new track. So we zoom in a little bit again. I hit new track. This one's gonna be an audio track. Now I've gotta use this section right here, and I'm gonna go to I/O all the way on the edge. Right now it's input 1, 2. I'm gonna select input 1. And now I gotta change the monitoring as well, so that you can actually hear it. This is monitor, it's off right now. We're gonna select in. I like to do audio. I think my guitar is in tune. It doesn't really matter for this purpose. Again, let's zoom back out a little bit. Hit record arm, play, start. Wait, let me. There we go. Cool, we're good. All right, now I gotta do the same thing in the process that I did for the bass to that guitar. And so here we go. I'm gonna play it. Go over to effects. We're gonna solo it. I'll turn the volume down a little bit so you can hear me. The first thing I do is go into effects. Boom. I'm gonna put the kill EQ on this too, because we're gonna kill all those lows. Done. We're going to scoop out the mids a little bit. Bump up the highs a bit. I'm gonna change the frequency of the highs to about 1.5. I'm gonna change the low frequency to about 180. Cool. There we go, that's better. Okay, oops. Next thing to add is some harmonics. And for that, I'm gonna add distortion. Let's turn down the mix. Next thing that I'm gonna add is an amp sim. So here we go, amp sim. Guitar drive. I'm good with that. Let's turn off solo. But I want that bass to actually growl a little bit more. So let's go back to the bassline plugin, go back to the effects. Oops, that's the sends. And instead of just the compressor and the kill EQ, I'm gonna add some distortion to that too. So now I'm gonna go do something else that I like to do the drums. So I'm gonna close this, go back to the drum track. Actually, so now we got that kind of crunchy MPC 60 sound. I'm gonna go in and add a compressor to this. That's not the one I want actually. That's not the one I want either. So that's about it. Yeah, let me know what you think. That's pretty freaking easy. Now, for you other MPC users that don't have these two inputs here, I hope I'm getting them. You're gonna have to do that a little bit differently because you're gonna have to use an interface, which is the reason that I actually went with this. One of the reasons that I went with the MPC Live 3. So another reason is, you see how these are broken into quadrants? They have the MPC ability, which like there's a bass that has 4 different notes on this and that initial drum patch. So, and you can, there's all kinds of possibilities. Also, I like this touch strip. You can route that however you like. The other thing that I like is how these buttons are laid out up here. There's also a step sequencer. There's also this clip functionality here. So if I go here, go to clip matrix, there's a way that I could record into these tracks and create new clips down here. And then I could kind of play those clips on their rows here and turn it into a song. So I could like record something into the drums on this one, record something different into the drums on this one, something different into the drums on this one, and do the same thing for the bass track and for the guitar track. And then I could play those in whatever succession I chose. I could hit record to arrange here and create an arrangement out of that. That's a nice thing that you can do with the Live 3. This is just one of the many reasons that I chose it. The other reason is that I used to like create tracks and then bounce them onto an SD card and then pull them into Logic. Well, now the USB-C here, you can just plug that into your laptop, open up Logic, and I can record onto however many tracks I create. So if there's 3 tracks here and I want to record those 3 tracks into Logic, I can just set the outputs of the tracks into USB outputs 1, 2, and 3. And then in Logic, I can set the inputs of the 3 tracks I create there to USB inputs 1, 2, and 3. And then I can record those in really easy. I've already done it with 1 track. Those are just a few of the reasons that I chose this. Also, I am on battery. There's no cable plugged into the power here because I'm using the battery of the machine. Let's see where it's at. So if I hit menu, I'm at 51% right now. And this, I haven't been plugged in for days. This hasn't been plugged in for days, and I've been messing with it at least a little bit every day. So just a few of the reasons why I choose the Live 3. But you can get a used Live 2. You can get used MPC 1 Pluses and MPC 1s for very cheap. And they'll do the majority of what this is able to do if you pay $100 for that new upgrade. But you won't get the dedicated preamps, and these preamps sound pretty good. I was listening to the individual tracks I created, and the preamps sounded really good. Also, if you get a 1, you don't have this built-in speaker and you don't have this built-in battery. I think those are both big pluses. Before I had like a USB power bank, and I bought the first MPC 1 that I had, I bought a dedicated big box for it. And that the battery cell in that died out quickly. So when I got the MPC 1 Plus, I actually got a MyVolts ripcord and I was using that. The MyVolts ripcord wasn't as stable of power as the battery in this and as the first solution that I had. So, and also you still have something hanging out of it. With this, I can just pick it up and go however I want to. So that is about it for this. Hopefully it's helpful. I guess I'm going to upload this to YouTube too, but this is for you, Daniel, specifically, so you can make your choice about an MPC.